Well, hello. We're up in the studio upstairs today, and sheltered in, and at least I get to work on the being sheltered in. I would be setting up for the arts festival. I can't work at selling. I can work at painting. So that's one reason I started doing some of these sheltered in videos, to create interest, and then just to teach people about painting, and then the art of painting, and then the amount of time. I thought while I was working here, I might just mention the amount of time involved, in case you wonder, gee, why does original art cost so much? I think when you realize what goes into it, here's what I'm working on. I wanted to show you kind of about the third way or midway point. I'll show you a finished one right next to it. You see there's a lot of spots in here, areas that aren't quite through. Well, yeah, there's the yellow leaves, but they're only halfway done. There's really not much detail. See some of the trunks starting to take a little more finished look. And of course, here's a finished piece done in the same style. And as you get closer, you really see all the little details, just the little marks, the little brush strokes. And you can see why, wow, that takes a long time. I had a newspaper man take my class once, and he said, he's a great guy, but he said, he wrote a story. He said what he learned is painting was a lot harder than he thought it would be. And, you know, it's not just about the time involved. In fact, that may be the least part of it. It's really about what you have to do, how many years to get to the point where you can really produce some world-class art. And for me, I was painting anyway. The reason I stuck with it all these years, from childhood to now, is because I just loved doing it. And I didn't know where it would take me. I didn't know it would help me become a teacher someday, and I didn't know I would be able to command some prices that I do. But even at the prices for some of these large ones, and just look, just even some of the large ones, I'm 6'5", and let me see if I can get my ugly face on there. But you see, this is a pretty big painting. Hope you can see in relation. So really, and then when you think about it, I bought a HP computer from Best Buy 3 years ago. Real good one. It was a laptop. And just the other day I started getting these little, I call them nasty little emails from HP. It said, oh, we may not be able to make parts for your computer. You better get a new one today. And it was still new to me here 3 years. And when you think about even an automobile, it costs nowadays $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 and more. Sometimes they'll last you a long time. But computers and things, you look at a painting, or original piece of art, with even the slightest of care, it's not going to last you just 3 years, or maybe 10 years or 20 years like a car. If you're lucky, if the car will last that long. It's going to last you your lifetime, and not just that. It's going to be generations. Something is generational. And you look at the amount of time to develop your talents and the amount of time these are going to last you for generations, it's actually probably about the least expensive investment you could make on anything. And as I was working, you know, you start off, you just block in. This actually has a long way to go. Look at all, like here's some of the dark trees, but then I've got to build them up. I'm starting to build them up. Different colors, all this foliage. I'm bringing in some nice bright colors, but they're still mostly underpainting. Here's some that are starting to get a little finished. Even every little inch of the edge, I want just right. I want it to look like leaves. I don't want it to not look like leaves and aspens. So every edge I labor over and obsess over, really, to get it right. And then you see I get in here, there's some of the underpainting. It's not just black and white. It's some siennas, then it's some darks, then it's some medium tones, and some light tones, and some highlights on every square inch. Frankly, if I could get the audience, I feel like these could be worth even more. I still am happy to get what I get for them. I just thought, well, maybe people would just like to know, why is it that original art does cost? And it's not just the labor, it's not just the lasting through generations, it's not just the materials. The canvas there's probably $150. I've got probably just right there, it's a lot of tubes. I probably got $400 or $500 worth of paint just on that stack. But there's something else you're buying, and really, when you're investing in art, this may be the most important part above all that. Let me get this one raised up. Whether it's me or someone else that has devoted their life to their art, what you really get that's going to hold its value is right there. You're going to get the signature of that artist, whoever it may be. And look at this one. Look at all the tiny little marks. Those don't just happen by themselves. They've got to be placed in layers. And I do want to thank, got a lot of great customers. And but on rare occasions, actually most people know this, but on rare occasions I get a question like that, like, well, why is art so expensive? And just wanted to let people know it's really not, for what goes in to that piece and for how long that piece is going to last. And even the small ones took the same amount of years and experience. So I thought, and I don't mind negotiating. In fact, I enjoy negotiating. If you see something on my website and you think, well, you know what, I believe that's worth it, but you know, I just can't quite get there, I'll be glad to negotiate. But anyway, having a great day. I'm not trying to bring anybody down, just talking about facts and the reality. So that's it for today. Appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next day or two. Bye-bye.